Oh, I just wanted to start by saying welcome to everyone and congratulations on successful grant application and getting ready to kick off these amazing projects. We have here this evening the most amazing group of recipients we've had so far. So I just want to start with a huge round of applause for all of the hard work that's gone into this so far, and just start with some real appreciation. I would love to hand the virtual microphone over to newly elected Port Commissioner Toshiko Hasegawa to welcome us all to this event this evening.
Thank you so much, Andy, and hola, bienvenidos a todos. Me llamo Toshiko Hasegawa. Yo soy muy orgullosa ser tu comisionadora elegida aquí en el puerto de Seattle. Good evening and welcome, everybody. My name is Toshiko Hasegawa, and I have the extreme honor. I'm so proud to be your elected Port Commissioner here at the Port of Seattle. And I am particularly excited to be here with all of you, my beautiful, loving community, extended community across King County. And I'd just like to open by congratulating all of our amazing South King County Impact Fund contractors representing our diverse communities in South King County. We truly have so many impressive organizations taking action to improve our local environment and ensure a thriving ecosystem, from green jobs for immigrant refugee youths to the restoration of parks for diverse communities across South King County. But I think what I'm most impressed by is the engagement that's been taking place with diverse youth and community members and volunteers who truly are building the future stewards of our precious environment. You know, in order to get here, I was committed to elevating and creating public dialogue around what meaningful environmental justice means. As someone who is committed to environmental justice, I just really truly see the value in empowering communities to be part of the solution and taking charge of what their own destiny is going to look like. I say this as a lifelong Beacon Hill resident who is now raising my own daughter on the flight path. And I feel the urgency to address the climate crisis because we know that it disparately impacts the communities who are airport adjacent or port adjacent, and that they are predominantly working class. We are historically brown and Black and Indigenous, and that it's going to be disparately impacting communities of color and working people as the climate crisis arrives. It's no longer hypothetical, it is here. So on behalf of the Port of Seattle, I am so proud to be here and bear witness to your work. And through the South King County Community Impact Fund, there's going to be truly good work to be had. So in the second round of environmental grants, we did make some critical updates based on the feedback that community did provide. And first and foremost, that includes a multi-year funding for the first time in this grant process. This enhances project sustainability for the long term, and our staff can better support organizational capacity building. And we also took a deep dive with our community liaison program, targeting communities with language and cultural barriers to the funding. And I'm pleased to share with you that nearly 1/3 of the projects funded this round came through the support of our trusted community liaisons. Many of you are here today. This work is not possible if not for your efforts, and this is equity in action. And all of this work resulted in 18 grants for a total of $686,000. We see these grants as an opportunity to literally invest directly in community and to open the doors for deeper partnership and collaboration with the Port of Seattle. I'm just honored to be a part of it, and I'm excited to hear more from all of you about your amazing projects and to learn how I can continue to support this effort as your Port Commissioner. Thank you all so very much, and I look forward to a wonderful program. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Commissioner, for your time and for your wonderful words. We really appreciate your support for this program and look forward to continuing to engage you and inform you about these exciting projects as they move forward. So I would like to spotlight our community liaisons, the 3 participants who worked with us this year to help to develop our amazing projects. Sophia Estevez, Nemo Ahmed, and Vicky Navarro. Two of whom are with us this evening and are going to be able to speak, but I wanted to just really quickly highlight Sophia's work. Sophia has been a liaison for the last 2 years with the program and has worked tirelessly with the Latino community in Burien to help develop and get projects across the finish line. And we have 2 projects here this evening that are a part of the work that she has done, and I think are just absolutely amazing and authentic community partnerships. So really just hats off to all who are involved in that work, and especially to Sophia and her projects that are here going to be featured here this evening. So I think next I would love to pass it over to Nemo to let her introduce herself and talk a little bit about her experience as a community liaison in this last round. Nemo?
Hi everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. It's really nice to see everyone. So yeah, my name is Nemo, and I was working with the East African community. I was serving as a liaison for the East African community, and honestly, like my time as a liaison has been incredible. I remember when I graduated university back in 2019, I was hungry to get into community work. It was something that I was passionate about. I am fluent in Somali, so that was a resource that I wanted to use, and I wanted to be resourceful for my community and like other and neighboring communities. So it was really an honor when Elise reached out to me, and she's like guided me throughout this whole process. And shout out to Elise. And I really couldn't have done a lot of what I've done without her support and her mentoring. So I'm really thankful to be a part of it. And I think the biggest thing that the biggest thing that I'm most happy about is connecting with so many communities and realizing that there are these organizations that are putting in so much time and effort into bettering our communities. And I think that was like the one thing that I wanted to get into after all this was over, like actually going back and connecting with these orgs and, making those connections again. So I'm really thankful to have been a part of it. And yeah, just thank you all for having me. And I hope to return again and do better next time. There's so much things that I want to improve. But yeah, so yeah, thank you all, and I'm excited to hear from everyone today.
Thanks, Nemo. It's great to see you, and thank you again for all of your hard work. And then, so next, we'd love to hear from Vicky Navarro, who was supporting the Communities in Federal Way. Hi, Vicky.
Hi, everyone. I don't know if you can see me, but my name is Vicky Navarro. I am the community liaison for this project. This is my second year, and I want to say thank you so much for having me here. I've been doing this work for 2 years, and I enjoy do the work. Enjoy doing the work. I work with community systems and organizations throughout the state, and so I've built relationships with a lot of communities, people, organizations for this project in particular. And so I'm also working with the Filipino communities, but I'm also working with organizations at 501c3s. And so I've helped connect to hear about this port project. And so it's very exciting how much that there's so much interest in the community to make change in our environment. So thank you for having me. I appreciate the work. And it's been an amazing journey for the last couple years. I know from the beginning for the last 2 years with the pandemic, it was a bit challenging. But last year I reconnected and gained more outreach to the communities and organizations that it had quadrupled quadrupled in getting them connected to know about the programs here with the port. And so the last session, I invited so many organizations and people to learn about the port projects. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Thank you, Vicki. It was so nice to work with you, and you've done such amazing work organizing folks in Federal Way around some really amazing causes. So thank you for your support. I just wanted to wrap up this portion by acknowledging Alma Villegas and her business partner, Eliza Carrington, who have been just amazing leaders in this work, and none of this would have happened without the two of you. So
my name is Armai, pronouns he. Thank you for having us, and we're excited to get this project. I'm joined by my project team, Mr. Tariku and Kebrom. Kebrom, our project manager, will introduce our project. Go ahead, Kebi.
Hi, Andy. Hello, everyone. Nice to see you guys. And date nachu salam nachu. My pronoun is he, him. Our organization, Serve Ethiopia in Washington, is basically established with a mission to serve and empower East African communities in King County, but we also work with any groups. Currently, we are working with diverse groups of communities, providing social services, advocacy, as well as development of resources. When we come to the Port of Seattle, we are very excited to be awarded this grant because, you know, one of our offices is located close to Angle Lake Park. So we're gonna be monitoring our project every day. So our project is basically park and trail cleanup, as well as invasive plant removal and native tree planting. We are going to divide our tasks into three different categories. The first one is park and trail cleanup, which will conduct it bi-weekly with the help of volunteers as well as forest stewards. We are going to organize outreach and education with our community members, because the most important element of this project is engaging community members who are the beneficiary as well as the users of the park, because they are going to be the steward leaders of the park and the trails. In this project, we are also planning of doing training for forest stewards, and we will engage them by providing stipend for this project time. And the forest stewards, together with our volunteers, will be engaged in, invasive plant removal in the park and trail. We already started that thing with you guys last time, and we are going to be heavily engaged throughout this project time. And the other element is planting native trees. In this project, we are partnering with Forterra Northwest, which has an extensive experience working with forestry and natural resources areas. They have been very helpful to us throughout this project development phase, and we are collaborating with them. We're also partnering with City of Seattle Parks and Recreation, City of Seattle Parks and Recreation, as well as the Environmental Justice Project, which we already also obtained another grant to work on environmental justice projects. So we're very excited to, starting this project and to do our part in bringing an environmentally green and clean initiative. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Carla Escobar, and I represent Amigos Latinos of Burien. And we are going to be working in Auburn Lake Park in Burien. The name of our project is to revitalize the park, revitalizando el parque. And our purpose is, first of all, do cleaning activities. And we are going to have different places where people can work, because it's a beautiful park. So we want to create trails, and we have partnered with a lot of groups, and we're very thankful to Latino Community Fund because they're going to be our financial sponsor and they're going to be with us hand in hand. And among other things that we are planning to do with the project is that we want to monitor the quality of the water in the lake to see if there will be future projects where we can also work there for the community to be able to help. Besides, we're going to include machines, exercise machines that do not require electricity. That way, we will motivate people to go out and exercise. Hopefully, this will happen after the pandemic because the community needs a space where people can visit, work, enjoy recreational places. So we want to have this project that will include the neighbors in the park and the people that will be with us. We want to make sure to invite children who can help us to clean the park, the grandparents, the entire family. And we also want to plant more trees. We're going to buy natural trees, and we also want to clean. And we want to make sure that we respect the habitat to make sure that everything thrives in the area. We also want to thank the Port of Seattle for this grant and also because through my computer, I can see the racial diversity of this group. I see how everyone was included. And I think that's great. Huge effort from the Port of Seattle. And thank you so much for allowing us to bring this project, which was our dream. This has been an adventure so far for me. I don't know if it has been for yours, but I love it. I think it's great. I love this meeting, and it also has been a learning process. I'm very happy. I know they're going to be working very hard, and I'm thankful that you allowed me to speak this evening. Thank you.
So I'm Meredith Lohr, and I'm the executive director of EarthGen. I use she, her pronouns, and we're really grateful to be here among this wonderful group of folks that get funded by the Port of Seattle. So thanks to the Port of Seattle. Our project is green stormwater infrastructure in Highline Public Schools. And this work builds on something that started at Sylvester Middle School, if you're familiar with that, a few years ago, when we put in a rain garden there. And this has now grown to be something that Highline School District is committed to. And that is combining learning about the environment with taking action and improving the school grounds by putting in rain gardens and outdoor classrooms for students. So last year we did projects at Seahurst Elementary and Hilltop Elementary. And in the next 3 years, we'll be choosing one school a year to do new projects with. We've already been working with Chinook Middle School to plan a project for this year. And then we also help the students and the community with ongoing stewardship of the project. And we've partnered with Dirt Corps to educate kids and their families about how they can take care of the watershed, both by taking care of the rain gardens at school and also by taking action at home. So I'm going to drop a link to a story on our website into the chat if you want to learn a little bit more about the work at Sylvester that's now grown into something that the whole Highline School District is engaged in. And so grateful to be here. Thank you for the support. We're really looking forward to working with the community.
Hi, everyone. I'm Layla. My pronouns are she and her. I'm the interim co-executive director of the service board. We're a youth-led organization in Seattle. We've been working for about 26 years to provide curriculum with a focus on increasing access to experiences, mentorship, opportunities, skill building, really like as many resources as we can for BIPOC and low-income high school-aged youth. Our ultimate vision is of a world in which all youth have access to all the resources necessary to transition successfully into adulthood. Our project is actually a series of youth stewardship activities and education workshops in partnership with the Duwamish Hill Preserve in Tukwila. The majority of our students call South Seattle home. And their communities also bear the brunt of environmental degradation, yet their voices are often absent from advocacy, policy discussions, and stewardship. So we decided to do a little something about that. With the support of this grant over the next 3 years, we will engage up to 100 youth, adult mentors, volunteers in invasive species renewal, native tree planting and shrubs, and restoration of around 1,000 square feet of public green space just adjacent to the Duwamish River. These efforts are hopefully meant to increase diverse access to stewardship of public lands for the health and engagement of our communities. And then we're hoping that participants will want to continue to return to this park over the years to see the impact of their work. I also have my colleague on the call, Benji Anderson. Benji, did you want to add anything?
Layla, I'd just add, as Layla mentioned, this project will span several years with our organization, as well as moving across the various levels of programming that we offer. So this will engage our winter program, our summer program, and our youth leadership program.
And I just want to say thank you to everyone who took the time to put your project proposals together. As you heard tonight, we have an amazing cohort of groups. This is, I think, just the first of many activities that we're going to plan for this year and the coming years to try to build a true cohort within this community. I think we have such amazing synergy here, such amazing opportunities for collaboration, that we're really gonna, Elise and I and Amira are gonna really look for opportunities to connect folks as this work goes on so that we can really multiply the efforts that everyone has.